Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video to explain what to do when you are faced with a bad lead. Okay, so in this video I'm going to showcase a simple battle that I did today, and then how I turned a bad lead around to get to my advantage basically. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by playing the video. Okay, on the left you'll see PvP Poke, which is the reference site that everybody uses for Pokemon Go Battle League. Okay, starting with the lead, we have Feraligatr into Ferrothorn. Okay, now this is considered a bad lead. Why? Because Ferrothorn is grass and steel type, so it double resists the Feraligatr's Hydro Cannon, and in this case, Feraligatr is also a Shadow Feraligatr, so it takes more damage from the Bullet Seed damage from the Ferrothorn's fast move, and then all of Ferrothorn's charge move, which is Power Whip and Thunder. Okay, I'm gonna show you here. Yeah, Power Whip and Thunder basically destroys Feraligatr. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do in this scenario. So after seeing this, I know I need to get an energy lead on Feraligatr. Now, Bullet Seed in a special case is actually 3 fast move turns. So to get to Power Whip, he needs at least 12 turns, which means I can do at least 6 Shadow Claws. Okay, if we look at Feraligatr, so Shadow Claws is 2 turns, but Hydro Cannon is 5. So I get to Hydro Cannon in 10 fast move turns. But for Ferrothorn, it's actually 12. So 3 fast move turns into 4 Power Whips. So I can do 6. I can do 6 before I fire the first Hydro Cannon, and in this case, I definitely will win Charge Attack priority because I have a higher attack stat on Feraligatr. Okay, so let's play the video and I'll show you the first set. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, notice on the 6th that I press the Hydro Cannon. So at this point, he has finished his say 4 Bullet Seeds, right? And then I fired on 6 Hydro Cannons. Sorry, 6 Shadow Claws. Okay, so at this case, I win Charge Attack priority. I fire off the first Hydro Cannon. Okay, it does quite a bit of damage, so he's almost at 50% health. So that's the power of Shadow Feraligatr. That's why it's top meta. Okay, now Charge Attack priority. I have to stay in to take the damage. So I'm gonna use a shield here. Okay, so now notice I have 1 extra Shadow Claw, right? So now I'm going to do the same thing again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now I'm catching. Okay, so why am I doing this? So I'm trying to bank moves onto Feraligatr because I know I cannot defeat Ferrothorn, and I definitely will go 2 shields down if I want to stay in the match. So I need to try and catch on this Galarian Corsola. Okay, I don't want to do on Drapion because this is also double resisted. Still resists basically Drapion's Aqua Tail and my Poison Sting, and then my Crunch is neutral, so Drapion doesn't really have much play into Ferrothorn. So I'm coming with Corsola. Opponent saw it, and he also counter swap. Okay, so Corsola now comes into Clodsire. 4, 5. Okay, at this point Clodsire has fired 5 Poison Stings, but because I'm in swap lead, so I get to the first Nightshade. Okay, that was 6 Poison Stings, sorry. So 6 Poison Stings and 1 Nightshade. So it takes Corsola about 6 Astonishers to get Nightshade, which is, okay, at this point, it pause. Okay, Corsola, so it's 5 Astonishers to Nightshade, so it's actually 15 turns. Clodsire, the only move that can hit hard on Corsola is basically Earthquake, which is 8, so 2 turn Poison Sting, so it's 16 turns to the first Earthquake, and Corsola is basically 15 if you notice, so 3 turns times 5 Nightshades. So actually Corsola paces faster onto the Nightshade than Clodsire. Okay. So in this case, I've already seen Clodsire and Ferrothorn. I'm thinking there must be something weak to Drapion at the back. So it's good that he hasn't seen my Drapion. So you see, I can fire 15 turns instead of Clodsire's 16 turns. So I could have fired one more Astonish before going for the Nightshade. Yeah, okay. And at this point, I'm going for energy lead. The reason why I'm shielding now is because I want to farm down the Clodsire. He just did an Earthquake, right? So he's dry on energy. I'm going to use this opportunity because he can't reach the next move that quickly. Starch Bomb or Stone Age is not going to do much damage onto Corsola, so he has to reach an Earthquake, but it's 16 turns to the Earthquake, or even if it's minus, then it's 14 turns the next round. So I definitely can farm down a Night. Okay, and he counter swaps with Feraligatr. So now they are up on 2 shields and I'm up on energy. So I'm going to fire the first Nightshade, so this gets shielded. Okay, I'm coming straight with Drapion. Okay, I know Drapion can take 1 Hydro Cannon, so I'm just going to take the Hydro Cannon on Drapion. Okay, and then trying to force a shield with a crunch. So in this case, I'm trying to force him to use his shield, and notice that actually Feraligatr has extra energy, right? So crunch comes in. Okay, so at this point, he has about two extra Shadow Claws with 1 Hydro Cannon. Okay, now I'm waiting for the switch timer. So both my Pokemon have, only Feraligatr has extra energy, Corsola has 0. So one mistake is that, okay, he came in with Ferrothorn to try and counter swap because he's trying to predict my Feraligatr. Actually, I think if he stayed in with Feraligatr, he would still have survived. He could have fired another Hydro Cannon in 3 moves, but in the end, I think my Hydro Cannon will fire off first because I'm a bit closer to the second Hydro Cannon. Okay, so he came in with Ferrothorn, and now at this range, I know I can defeat Ferrothorn with 2 Hydro Cannons. Actually 1, but the second Hydro Cannon is basically used for the second Feraligatr. Okay, and then farming up to the next Hydro Cannon. Okay, at this point he came in with Clodsire to try and catch my second Hydro Cannon. So as a alert player, you got to be aware that okay, they might go for a catch because Clodsire is still active there. Okay, so he was trying to catch my second Hydro Cannon. So yep, and this is the second Hydro Cannon coming in. Okay, and I wanted to go for a catch onto his Hydro Cannon, but he didn't manage to fire it off, so Corsola wins it. Okay, that was a convincing victory. So what I'm trying to show here is that maybe we can focus to this point. Okay, there are 2 things here that for beginner players you can take note of. Okay, how do you get to this scenario? Okay, remember that at the start, right? At the start, this is your start, right? So you definitely will lose this lead. So what you need to do is to get extra energy on Feraligatr as much as possible, and then try and make use of the fact that it charges a lot faster than Ferrothorn. So you can charge 6 Shadow Claws before his 6 Shadow Claws before his 4 Bullet Seed, and then the next time you can fire again is another 6, right? So eventually by the second cycle you will be left with 2 extra Shadow Claws, which in the ahead scenario there you see 2 extra Shadow Claws, and at this point the opponent didn't, earlier in the battle the opponent didn't fire the Hydro Cannon. So when you can with these 2 extra, right, you basically have 1 full set of move before I switched it out, and then you have 2 extra. So in the 3rd cycle you can basically achieve 7 Shadow Claws here. So with this extra energy basically even if you have a 3 Pokemon backline at the back without shields, actually the Hydro Cannon is very, very powerful. Okay, so I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say and learn something from this tactical switch. Okay, thank you very much.